Hello and welcome to your message from your spirit guides. And this will be a timeless pick a card reading. And I'm going to take one of these tarot cards for each of the readings. So let's get a card for pile one. And you have Knight of Air, intellectual, determined and motivated. Okay, let's get pile two a card. And you have Strength, courage, compassion and perseverance. And then pile three, you have the Empress, creation, abundance and action. Okay, so take as long as you need to decide which one of the cards you feel most drawn to. You may be drawn to the image, you may be drawn to the words on the card. And of course, you might even be drawn to more than one. I'll leave the camera running for a short while, and when you've chosen, I'll see you in your readings. Hi Pile One, welcome to your reading. So you have the Knight of Air, intellectual, determined and motivated. Amazing energy, especially if you have been feeling a bit stuck or as if things haven't been moving forward, because that is about to change. Now, it's a very exciting energy, potentially a little bit stressful because there's so much going on and communication and all sorts of things happening at the same time. But it's a good stress, if that makes sense. Now, the advice with the Knight of Swords is to just make sure you take the time to check over the details and make sure you've looked at everything fully, because where the energy is so quick and you're having to make such quick decisions, you need to make sure that you don't miss anything. Okay, so let's get one last oracle. Okay, let's have a look. Right, you have Buddha, heightened awareness. Make peace with your thoughts and your world. Okay, you also have red jasper, take action, and I definitely think you're going to be doing that. You also have, yes, you are correct. You have listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. Interesting, because you have heightened awareness. And finally, oh my goodness, leadership with ancient Egypt. Okay, and that's card 22. So maybe this energy, this taking action, is leading you towards some kind of leadership role in the future. Now, the thing is, Pile One, I've had to come back and do your reading again because I hadn't pressed record, and the irony is that there was a real strong message in your reading to check the small details. Now, I know that comes with the Knight of Air, and you still have that as advice, but it was really quite strong in the other cards as well. And of course, well, that's something that I didn't do. But nonetheless, I'm back doing this reading. So let's just assume it was for a reason and that there's actually a greater message for you. And looking at these cards, there is. Now, there is a feeling as well that some of that message is coming through again, because this heightened awareness card, this is really, it's you feeling the fear and doing it anyway. There was a little bit of feeling trapped or fearful in that last reading. You had, if I remember correctly, the Eight of Swords, and this is almost like a progression, because this Buddha card is telling you that you need to look at your fears, don't fight them, look at them, acknowledge them, and then continue. Basically, face the fear and take action is all about tying up the loose ends. So because you are experiencing, quite honestly, a lot of energy with the Knight of Air and dealing with so many things, make sure you finish things. That's what's coming through in this take action card. But you're definitely going in the right direction and you have made a good decision. So yeah, I am thinking this feels like a bit more of a powerful you than the one that I did earlier. Very similar, but this leadership card is also telling you to not give up, not to stop, not to let anything slow your momentum or to disrupt your momentum. And there's definitely momentum here with this Knight of Air. And the great thing is with the Knight of Air as well, it means that you've got the mental capacity and mental ability to think quickly, make snap decisions. The difference here with this one is you know that you have some things that you feel fearful about, but you're just not going to let it get in the way. There's no doubt in these cards at all. And confirmation here that you are correct. You're going after exactly what it is that you want here. All right then, pile one, let's get you some tarot. Let's get a card for the Knight of Swords, and there it is. You have the Queen of Raphael, follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. Now I like that because this is you trusting your intuition. So I feel that, like I said, I mean, this card itself says intellectual. You have a great mental capacity, but I think you're also being asked to follow your heart as well, follow your intuition as well. Don't just make decisions and judgments based on facts and figures and logic. Trust your instinct, trust your intuition, and follow your heart. Okay, let's get you a card for the Buddha. And you have Leap of Faith. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. Yes, again, you are being asked to follow your heart here. And actually, what I think that's also pointing to is not getting stuck in your head. Again, the Knight of Air energy is all about the mind, your thoughts, and when you get exhausted, when you're tired, when you're overworked, your brain almost finds it difficult to be positive, and it starts to think more negatively. You're being asked to not do that. And by doing so, you have what I would say is a new, carefree beginning with this leap of faith, this Fool card. This is you almost starting again without any of the mental and emotional baggage that may have held you back in the past. Okay, so let's get you a card for the red jasper. Take action. And make sure you're tying up all the loose ends. Checking the details. And you have the Ace of Ariel. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time or support. A change in job or promotion. And that may well be the case for some of you. There may be a financial opportunity here, and that's what you're going towards. But it will resonate differently for everyone. But there's a new opportunity of some sort with lots of potential right in front of you, and it's come under take action. You are being guided to take action towards this opportunity, and that is what your spirit guides are trying to help guide you towards, is this amazing opportunity with potential for real solid growth. Wow. And I think by looking at this yes you are correct card, I think you know this, and I think there may have been some obstacles in the way in the past. Things may have felt like they weren't moving forward or they weren't working out, and this probably took a knock on your confidence. All right, let's get a card then for yes, you are correct. And you have the Five of Ariel. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like you have doubted this opportunity. Whatever this opportunity is, this next step, you've doubted it. You've felt on your own. And the card actually says you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. And there's that negativity again. The overthinking, the doubt, the fear, the worry, or I've tried this before, it didn't work, or what I've done so far isn't taking off, it isn't working. But I honestly think that's what's about to change. This is your energy card and your present moment. So yeah, things are going to move forward quite quickly, pile one, very, very soon. Okay. Right, under leadership, you have the Four of Ariel. When you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend your money. So look, this leadership card it's about stepping up. It's about taking responsibility. It's actually about taking charge of your life and going for it. And the Four of Ariel, the Four of Pentacles, is all about playing it safe And I think that's where this fear comes from. You may well be safe and secure where you currently are, but you're not satisfied with it. You want more out of life, and to get more out of life, you have to come out of your comfort zone. And that's what the Fool card's about. It's about taking a leap into the unknown and doing it without fear. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Raphael. All right, well, that's what I was talking about. Things not working out in the past. And this Five of Raphael is the hanging on to that, is the looking back and feeling the disappointment, feeling the failure, and not recognizing what is actually working out for you and not actually seeing the opportunities ahead. Your spirit team is saying there is a massive opportunity here right in front of you, and they want you to take action. And it says, everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. So look, whatever has gone on before, however painful or disappointing, it's now time to move forward. You can't remain imprisoned by past failures and past fears, and that's exactly what this Buddha card is. So I think the majority of you know what this opportunity is. You want to move towards it. I actually believe you are going to move towards it, but you really need to come out of your comfort zone and step up into a more responsible or even visible role. Okay, so we're going to get some clarifiers. Let's get a card for the Queen of Raphael. And once again, we got two cards. Okay, so look, let's talk about the Seven of Earth. This is a card of, again, feeling stuck, having to wait for things to take shape, for plans to unfold. And I do believe in that time of waiting, maybe you had to wait much longer than you had anticipated. And that's when the doubt sets in. And once again, you've got the Four of Earth here. This is holding on. Fear of change, fear of upsetting the apple cart in a way. It's actually also a card of boredom. Because things are so stable, boredom sets in, and I do believe this leap of faith, this coming out of your comfort zone, this trying something you haven't tried before, stepping into the unknown is exactly what you need. Okay, all right, let's get then a card for the Fool, the leap of faith. And you have the Ten of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful card. And that's the ultimate happiness card. And you know what? It does make me think, this Queen of Raphael, this Queen of Cups, she trusts her intuition, she trusts her feelings, she keeps her heart open, she follows her heart, and that's the advice your spirit guides are giving you. And when you do that, you achieve. the Ten of Cups, ultimate happiness, ultimate satisfaction, the complete opposite to the stale Four of Earth energy. Beautiful cards. All right, it's about learning to trust again, trusting yourself as well if things didn't work out before, whether that's in relationships, whether it's in business and career. Okay, let's get clarification for the Ace of Ariel. And you have Messenger of Air. So, pile one, honestly, the Messenger of Air is, of course, the Knight of Air. Now, it's come in under take action. So I think the extra message is take action quickly towards this Ace of Ariel. And things really are going to move forward and just blow your mind, I think. This is really going to pick up. Yeah, really, do not be fearful. Do not let anything get in your way. But I do feel the extra message with it coming under the red jasper is take action really soon, as soon as you can, towards this opportunity. Okay, for the Five of Ariel, wow, the Fortune's Wheel. Yes, you are correct, pile one. You are absolutely correct. This is going to completely shift in your favour. You are leaving the Five of Pentacles behind. You are leaving the Five of Cups behind. No more stale, boring Four of Pentacles energy. Luck and fortune is now on your side, and you are going to realise that whatever you tried before, whatever you've been doing, whatever you've been focusing on, you were absolutely correct to keep going with it, because it's happening, and it's happening in the very near future. Okay, let's get... Whoa, they do just want to come out, but that is far too many. Right, let's try again. Let's get one last card for leadership for pile one. I just love this. Ace of Fire. Wow. Now, clarifying this Four of Ariel, this stale but stable energy, this is passion. This is energy, ideas, creativity. I mean, it's everything you could want. And on the bottom of the deck, you have the Hermit card. Okay, look, this is a new, exciting, creative and passionate new beginning. When you step up, when you make the decision to do this new, exciting thing that takes you out of your comfort zone, when you put your fears to one side and you act anyway, you start a wonderful new beginning. Now, in my excitement, I didn't see that these weren't fully in view here. And with this Hermit coming out, the Hermit card, I think this is telling you, I mean, when we look at this card, look, it's a door. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different keys there. And the Hermit card and your spirit guides is advising that you go within and you find the answers. And actually what that means is there will be people around you that have their own ideas, their own opinions, their own experiences, and you are being told to fully trust yourself and only yourself, your experiences, your knowledge, your opinions, your feelings, your decision. So don't let other people hold you back. Don't let any outside influences hold you back, because you have the 10 of Cups, pure happiness, joy, the Wheel of Fortune, things shifting in your favour, and the Ace of Fire, a new, exciting, passionate beginning up ahead when you take action towards this new opportunity, which I really believe is right in front of you. Okay, pile 1, we are going to get you 2 Angel Answers cards. God. Okay, we might have more than 2. We've got 4. It's up to you. Yes, it is up to you. Ask others for help. Which, yes, you can ask them for help, but please make up your own mind. And I see here that you have compromise. Oh my gosh, you've got a few here, you know. You have compromise, and yeah, compromise is okay as long as you are doing what you want to do. Because this looks to be life-changing for you, this opportunity. So we're going to put that there. Don't maybe compromise on the outcome, but maybe how you're going to pursue it. You also have improving health, which is fantastic. And you have success. Absolutely you do. And look, if your health was one of the obstacles, then this is amazing news. And that can really knock your confidence as well. Having poor health. You know, this is super. This is fantastic. And the message is really clear. There is an opportunity right in front of you. And whether you've been able to pursue it before or whether it didn't work out before, now is the time. You need to act upon this now, pile 1, because this opportunity has so much potential for growth, for happiness, and for absolute passion and zest for life. And quite honestly, with this Wheel of Fortune here, you are being told that now is the time to take action. Pile 1, I really hope that the reading has resonated for you. If it has, please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all those wonderful things that help the channel grow. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So you have the Strength card, and it says courage, compassion and perseverance. And actually what this card is saying is you can achieve anything. Got this beautiful infinity symbol here representing infinite possibilities. And you doing it with compassion and courage. You're being asked not to give up, to move forward with confidence, not backing down, but also doing it in a calm and compassionate way. And perhaps for some of you, you're being asked to practice forgiving. That might not be for everyone, but it's definitely coming through. You are definitely stronger than you think. Okay, so let's get all of your oracle cards out. In fact, you have Jade, be the bigger person. Wow. You have Joan of Arc, sacred activist. Do not be afraid. Stand up for your beliefs. Okay. And you also have Archangel Michael is with you now. Even though you can't see it, I am actively working on this situation. I am here helping you. Okay, and then one last card. You have planning. Okay then. So, be the bigger person. And I did say about forgiving, but it could be being a bigger person in a different way. Could be the way you handle a situation. But I do sense with this Joan of Arc, you're definitely here being asked to stand up for yourself and not to back down. Two wrongs don't make a right. That just popped into my head. And it's interesting, we have two swords on this card. And I also feel that you are being asked to stand up for yourself, stand up for something you believe in, or continue with something that you want to continue with. And both the Joan of Arc and Archangel Michael, both of these cards indicate that Spirit is fully supporting you with this as well. Now, this be the bigger person, it can be around any situation, but it could literally be other people perhaps not agreeing with what you want to do and you just accepting that they don't agree. Because what you are being asked to do is plan for the future. So however this is unfolding, you're being asked, and even with this Archangel Michael card, you're being asked to continue with your plans. And this planning card is just reaffirming that your plans and the planning is very, very important. So don't give up on this. The real message here is a real message of strength, conviction, standing up for yourself, not giving in, and actually, however this resonates for you, this reading, this be the bigger person, this is about you responding and not reacting. Yeah. Do you know, I feel there's potentially something that you want to do, or you may even already be doing it, but there's something you want to do and there's someone or other people around you that they don't agree, or they don't think it's such a good idea, or they think it's a waste of time, or whatever it is, but you do. And you're being told that actually you're fully supported by your spirit team with this. They are helping you. They are sending you signs. And You're on the right path. Just don't get caught up in defending yourself as such. Tell people how it is and carry on. Okay, pile 2. Let's get you some tarot cards. Right, so a card then for the Strength card, please. And there it is. You have Page of Michael. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. And it does say at the top here, truthful, perceptive, analytical and blunt. And with the Page of Swords, there's always an indication or an advice of watching your words. I think that's a very big message here. Don't make the situation any worse than it needs to be. Don't need to argue about this. You can tell people what you want and then move forward. All right, let's get a card for the Joan of Arc. But there is definitely something here, I think, that you want to pursue. You have Epiphany. Joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. The Hermit. Yeah, this is you going within and finding answers. That's where your answers are. They're not other people's opinions and their thoughts and their experiences. It's about what you want and how you feel. Okay, right. And we're going to take that for the Jade card. We've got the Ten of Michael. The situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. So, pile 2. If this is something that's already happened, it is over. And it's over because you decide it's over. You're not going to entertain other people's attitudes and opinions. You're freeing yourself of them. And if this is still not quite out in the open, what you want to do, or you haven't communicated it yet, however it's received, you take the higher ground. You listen to what other people want to say or how they feel. You acknowledge it. You tell them what you want and what you are doing, and you move forward peacefully and with compassion. Okay, let's continue. Let's get you a card for Archangel Michael is with you now. And you have the 8 of Gabriel. A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So whatever this is that you want, that you've thought about, that you've gone within and decided that you want to do, it's going to move forward. There could be lots of communication around it. For some of you, it could be a physical move, but for others of you, it's your plans that you have made actually taking shape. And it can be quite quickly with the 8 of Wands as well. It's a very positive card. It means what you have been initiating is literally starting to take shape. Okay, let's get a card for planning. For pile 2, please. There it is. and you have the King of Ariel, the King of Coins, the King of Pentacles. Your plans are working out well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. And on the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Gabriel, the Seven of Wands. Stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence. Claim your personal power. Oh, I love it when that happens. It's literally this Strength card and this Joan of Arc card. Absolute confirmation of you telling people what you want, standing in your power, not arguing about it, not blaming people for not seeing it how you see it, and all the other things that can happen when people have different viewpoints or different ideas, and you, quite frankly, taking control of your life, and by the looks of it, making a big success of it. And they'll certainly come round when they see you doing well. So the King of Pentacles is quite often representative of a king who's good at making money, business, finance. But you know, it doesn't have to be connected to finance. It very well could be in your situation. But it's just unbelievable, really, how the card itself says your plans are working out very well. I kind of feel it's just further confirmation that the most important thing here, as well as staying level-headed and determined and courageous, true to your word and your convictions, your plans, your ability to plan everything is really quite key to your success. Okay, let's just move that over a little bit. All right. Okay, so let's get another set of tarot cards. Okay then, so can we get a card for the Page of Michael, please? The Page of Swords. And you have Messenger of Earth. So this Messenger of Earth it's a card of hard work, perseverance, being dedicated, and taking your time to go over the finer details, getting it right the first time. And it, of course, is very similar to the Strength card in many ways. And with it coming out with the Page of Swords as well, you could very well have some legal documents to go through, and maybe these other people have to be consulted over these legal documents. I think you're definitely being told here not to, rush into this in any shape or form. And when it comes to planning, if there's anybody that's good at planning, it's the Knight of Pentacles. And it's interesting, really, because we've got the Knight of Pentacles here, and at the end we've got the King of Pentacles. So it's that very meticulous, dedicated behaviour that actually gets you to this end goal of success. All right, so let's get a card then for Epiphany, for the Hermit card. Okay, and you have the Page of Fire. Wow, okay. So look, something has caught your attention and it's fired you up. It's a beautiful card, the Page of Fire. It's creativity, it's passion, it's excitement. It's that feeling that makes life worth living. And that's what you have literally been going within to think about. And that seems crazy that you would actually have to think about whether you want the Page of Fire in your life. But clearly, something has come in. It could be a communication, it could be an offer, and you're having to make some kind of choice. And in that choice somewhere, there are potentially other people that need to be consulted, or it affects other people. Your decisions affect these other people and they're not entirely happy about it one way or another. Because these two swords are making me feel like there is two opposing ideas or a decision to make. And that's what's happened here. You want to go towards this Page of Fire. I think, you've gone within and that's what you've come out with, that you want to follow or go towards this Page of Fire. And in order for you to do that, you have got to plan your way there. But I do think this Eight of Wands coming in, there's definitely something coming in that is going to help push that forward for you. Okay, let's get a card for the Ten of Swords. And you have the Six of Air. Wow. Okay. So, yes, this is you moving forward towards what you want. Moving away from the Ten of Swords and its stress and its upheaval and its anxiety and its worry. The Six of Swords is a beautiful transition into a better way of living or a better state of mind. And quite honestly, if there's other people involved, a more harmonious environment, whether you're with those people or whether you're not, you feel pretty good about the conclusions that have been reached. Your mind is at rest. And for the most part, I think that's because you didn't participate in arguments and disagreements. You remained calm. You stated what you want, and by the looks of it, you might even be stating how you're going to get it. And because of that, the situation didn't get out of control. Might have got a little bit stressful at some points, but it didn't escalate into something ridiculous. Okay, so the Eight of Gabriel, the Eight of Wands for pile 2, please. Nearly lost them there. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Earth. Wow. I really feel so much time and effort has gone into this. And I'm actually going to say pile 2 is going to pay off. So much care, thought, improvement, mastery, whether that's just your plans, whether that's a skill you have, whether it's a business or a job, whether it's your relationships, whatever it is, so much care and patience and effort has been put into this to perfect it. And of course you now have 2 eights. And I think this communication this movement forward, whatever this situation is, I think it's going to be very abundant. I really do. I think this is almost the beginning. You have a very strong base here from which infinite possibilities can now exist. All right, pile 2, let's get you one last card. A card for the King of Ariel, the King of Pentacles. And give them one more shuffle. There we go. And you have, wow, the 9 of Earth. Just as I talked about abundance, there you have it. The 9 of Pentacles. And you have the 8 of Swords. You know, I think that's where you are at this moment. You're feeling quite restricted. You're feeling trapped, imprisoned, fearful. And I think you're feeling that way because you don't want to upset other people. And I mean, obviously, you might not want to fail either, but I just feel with these other cards here, this is about other people that your decisions may or will affect in some way, and really you'd like their blessing, but you're not entirely sure that's what you're going to get. So look, the 9 of Earth, clarifying the King of Pentacles, is absolutely amazing. The 9 of Earth is financial independence. It's having enough money to not worry and to not go without, and to even do the finer things in life. I mean, if all we ever achieve in life is the 9 of Pentacles, then we've cracked it. And I think that's what you're going to do, because it's clarifying the King of Pentacles, who is the ultimate money man of the tarot. But it does feel like where you are now, that's not allowing you to do that. Now, sometimes the 6 of Air and even the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Wands can represent travel, and the 6 of Air can sometimes represent moving. I feel like there is something that you want to do that's, you know, changes the course of your life somewhat, and you may just be fearful of doing that, of course, but like I said, I think there's other people involved here as well. But state your case, plan, have your planning in place, stick to your guns, make sure you've got all the finer details covered, and don't engage in blaming or arguing, and state that that is what you want to do and that's what you're going to do. And honestly, pile 2, this is really going to pay off for you. Like I said, to have the 9 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles in your outcome is absolutely superb. Okay, pile 2, I'm so sorry. I nearly left without giving you your angel answers cards. Okay, you have be assertive. My goodness me, absolutely. Stand your ground. Don't get aggressive or argue. State what you want. Wow, brilliant. One more. And you have listen to your intuition. Yeah, pile 2, you know what you want. You want this Page of Fire. Be assertive, stand your ground, be compassionate to other people's feelings and needs, but ultimately you are following your own life, your own dream here. Listen to your intuition as well as your meticulous planning and this amazing Nine of Earth and King of Earth is your outcome. Pile 2. I really hope the reading has resonated. If it has, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all of those wonderful things that help the channel grow. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So you have the Empress, creation, abundance, action. And I actually feel you are on the verge of reaping a harvest. The Empress is a card of planting seeds of creativity that are going to grow and ultimately give you some sort of reward. Now, if you haven't already planted seeds, your spirit team, your guides, they're asking you to take action towards that. You have Shiva, karmic release, the end of a cycle, debts are paid, choose your destiny. Okay, let's get a few more oracle cards. Okay, you have appetite, get out of your comfort zone. All right, one of these. And you have, it's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved, and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. Definitely giving me new beginning vibes. Okay, one last oracle card then. All right, and you have power. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, Pile 3. You know, I feel like you're coming to the end of quite a difficult cycle. And this new cycle is it's a beginning of a very abundant new beginning of creativity. And I think you're being asked to create your dreams. There's an element of whatever's gone before, whether it worked out or whether it didn't work out, you're being asked to release that and to start again almost with fresh eyes and new energy. And these dreams that I believe you potentially already know about what you want to create, I think they may even require you coming out of your comfort zone, but that's a good thing because it's going to bring excitement into your life. And if there's any concerns or worries that you have or any fear of failure, don't, because you're being asked to step into your power now and go for it. And it's like success after difficulty, and I said that I think you're going to have a harvest, and I do, but I think it requires you to take action. You've actually got to get up and do something about it and not be held back by fears and worries, or if things haven't worked out in the past. Okay, let's get you some tarot then. Let's get a card for the Empress, and you have the King of Ariel. Your plans are working out well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. All right, so there you have it. This will be a success, and it feels like you've got the resources, whether they're financial or not. You have what you need to do this. Okay, you have the Page of Michael, who has definitely been in every single one of these readings. And it says, an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. So yeah, it's interesting that the Page of Michael has come out in all of the readings. But there is something exciting and new that you want to do, that you want to create. And the fact that it's come under Shiva, it's making me feel like the time is right. Now is the time. And if this is something you've tried to do before, you're being advised to make sure you've checked all the details. And even if it is the first time, be sure to check the details. And also the advice with the Page of Michael is to communicate clearly as well. It could be some legality tied to this, some further research needed, but now is definitely the time. And I just get a feeling that you are now in a position to create a new beginning, to create your future. Okay, so let's get a card for appetite. And you have the Queen of Ariel. And it says, nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Practical and wise advice. And Queen of Ariel is very similar energy to the Empress. And it's interesting now how you have the King of Ariel and the Queen of Ariel. So for some, this could be regarding a relationship. But I do feel, again, that it's pointing to you being in the right position. Again, having the resources. Maybe you didn't have enough money to do this previously. I mean, you might be wanting to start a business. But whatever it is, you definitely have your feet on the ground and a very level head and the maturity actually to pull this off, because it feels like quite a big thing, because you are going to need to come out of your comfort zone. But it definitely has a real abundant feeling to it now with the King and the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. Okay, so a card for It's Almost Over. The Nine of Gabriel. Yeah, it's almost over. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. Well, look, the Nine of Gabriel is the Nine of Wands. And it's a card that indicates that you're almost there. However difficult things have been, you are almost there, and it's about to pay off. And it's interesting. It's almost over and you're almost there. And that's what your spirit team is telling you. So whatever you do, do not give up. Okay. Right. Let's get a card then for power. That one. And you have epiphany, joy through spiritual growth, be a light to others, answers that come through meditation. Now, this power card is about you taking control of your life, owning your power. And the Hermit card is about you making decisions that you want. And on the bottom of the deck, the King of Michael. And it says, wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. A situation that calls for honest and open communication. And I think that's, the King of Swords is wise. He's experienced. He's knowledgeable. And I think he's here because you're being asked to almost learn from your mistakes in the past. Your wisdom and your experience is what's going to enable you to make a success of this. It's anything that's not worked out is not an indication that it's not meant for you. And it's like I said, you've got the resources, divine timing is at hand, and you are being asked to step into your power, and that is also indicated by this Hermit card, because the Hermit has a inner strength and an inner wisdom. And that's what you're being asked to use here. And you're being asked to take action towards your dreams. It does feel like you're about to start a new cycle of manifestation, of abundance. And it might not, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Magician came out. Because I think a lot of this is about you realising that you have the power, but that you have everything that you need to do this. And for some reason you haven't seen that before, or you haven't been in the position. Okay, so let's get a card then for the King of Ariel for pile 3. And we have Messenger of Air, and that is the Knight of Air. Okay, now this is a very quick energy. This is moving forward quickly. Things are really going to pick up. So once you plant this seed, once you get this idea out there, it's going to move quite quickly. All sorts of communication going on. So how you communicate with others is going to be very important. Just with this Knight of Air, the advice is always to take time to check the details. Always go back and reassess that your plans are still working. Because you've got your plans are working out very well. Just always keep an eye on that. Okay, let's get a card for the Page of Michael, the Page of Swords, and you have the Four of Water. All right, so that is the Four of Cups. So there's definitely something here where there's an opportunity in front of you, a possibility. And the Four of Cups can indicate that things haven't been too good. And we've got other indications of that with these oracle cards. Plans may not have worked out. And in some cases, that might be more than once. And with that, there can be an energy of dissatisfaction and being down in the dumps, really, and having given up. But there's almost magically a new cup of opportunity being presented to you. And you need to act upon it. And I feel like the time wasn't right before, but it is now. And although things might not have worked out in the past, they may have caused some lack of confidence as well. And this is why you've got to come out of your comfort zone. You've got to push yourself forward, because look, an exciting new challenge, something exciting and new is being presented to you, but you've got to take it, and you've got to see it to be able to take it. Okay, let's get a card for the Queen of Ariel. We've got two. Wow. Okay. We have the Sun and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So, the Seven of Earth is a card of waiting. So having put the work in, quite potentially already having planted those seeds, and things not necessarily growing and not having taken shape as you had hoped. And what's interesting here is the Sun. It's a card of growth, and it's almost like it's a card of you being in the spotlight. You are going to be seen. I think there's either something you've already planted that hasn't taken shape, and there's a real sense of dissatisfaction around you, and you feel like giving up, or you've almost given up, and most magically, out of the blue, a new opportunity is being offered to you, and your spirit team is advising you to take it. Or you've tried something in the past, it didn't work out because the timing wasn't right, or you didn't quite have the resources that you needed, whether that was financially or whether that was skills or even the time. And now is the time, but your confidence is still a bit low because it didn't work out. But your spirit team is still telling you to go for it. In fact, pile 3, you've got to go for it. Because with the King and the Queen of Pentacles here, it's going to be amazing. All right, let's get a card then for the 9 of Gabriel, the 9 of Wands for pile 3. Oh dear. And you have the 9 of Pentacles. Wow. And pile 2 did have the 9 of Pentacles. Pile 2 also had the King of Pentacles. Yeah, you really have to go for this, pile 3. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. You have abundance coming in left, right and centre if you can come out of your comfort zone and take action towards it, because you go from the 9 of Wands, worn out, not knowing when the end is near, to achieving financial independence. Absolutely amazing. All right, let's get you your last card. A card for the Hermit and power. And you have, wow, Fortune's Wheel. Yes, everything is turning in your favour. Bottom of the deck, My goodness me. The 10 of water. Pure happiness, joy, contentment, everything your heart desires. A massive stroke of big luck and things moving forward exactly how they should and exactly how you could only dream that they would. This is amazing. I mean, the sun is not only a card of growth, it's a card of pure happiness, healing, everything you could ever want. The best card in the deck. I mean, you've got pretty much all of the best cards in the deck. The Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Pentacles, the Sun, the 10 of Cups, the Empress. It's unbelievable and it's absolutely amazing. What you need to realise is the time before was just not right. There was some karmic debt that you were paying, and you are literally being told it's almost over. The 9 of Wands, you're nearly there. I can't believe it. I'm so happy for you because it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And all you have to do, sounds easy, but all you have to do is come out of your comfort zone and take action towards your dreams. All right. Pile 3, let's get you a couple of angel answers. And you have in the near future. Wow. Brilliant. So, again, it's confirmation. It's almost over. You're nearly there. The near future. What's that? Within the next few months? I think so. And one more. Look for a sign. This one wants to come out, you know. Perfect timing. Oh, I love it. It's just so good. It really is. So yeah, look. You really need to keep your eyes peeled. I think you've got to be out there and you've got to be optimistic and you've got to believe in yourself and go for your dreams to see the opportunities, because it's going to be handed for you and there are going to be signs all around you. But my goodness me, whatever cycle you're coming out of, it's over. The new cycle is beginning with the Wheel of Fortune. It's in the near future, within the next couple of months, and it's perfect timing, it's divine timing, and it's spectacular. Pile 3. I really hope the reading has resonated for you. If it has, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all those wonderful things that help the channel grow. Take care, and I'll see you soon.